Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Unseen, you are alive.
I am. I
Shit.
am actually this time.
Well, podcast is over. Unseen is alive. What a shitty
Okay, see
play.
you
Well,
guys. It's
goodbye.
over.
There you go. Take care, everybody.
Hello, chat. Yeah,
What's
apparently
up, guys?
Unseen is alive. Unfortunately, Unseen is still alive.
I mean, kind of dead, but I am alive.
Well, we are dead inside.
True.
So, how are you
Can't stress
guys?
that.
How are you, DVD? You look tired.
I'm dead. like I'm seriously dead, not only inside. But
Did you
I'm-
did you even sleep last night?
like 4 hours or something. Like
Yeah, well, yeah, that's something.
Still better than
should
nothing.
should be enough for a gamer.
Imagine sleeping for 4 hours.
How about you, Unseen? I'm not wasting time because I forgot the music. So keep talking, fucker.
Something better explain all the shit he's been saying last time. What did I say last time? Oh, you
Nothing,
mean all
that's
the
why it was good.
interventions yeah.
Guys, don't do jokes with Unseen. He doesn't understand English.
I can't England, guys.
Okay, and we have the music. Okay, we can go on. So yeah, I'm good. Unseen better explain all the shit he's been. Oh, okay, fuck. I was distracted. Anyway,
I do not feel like I feel like 30% of my whole body right now. For some reason, it's like yesterday I did a lot of exercise, but not really. So
Dude.
yeah.
Because you do too much cocaine, just calm down. Okay, music is on, everything is on. Can I switch scene and everything works? Yes, so we can start talking. And today's topic seems pretty hard to talk about, but I'm gonna start with like I was thinking about this topic because of one of the people that I met in school this year. That basically we were talking and I said something. Yeah, I was late because I was streaming and I was playing something. Again, I was playing something, and he said, "Bro, you are a gamer too?" I guess I play video games. I don't really know if I'm a gamer. Bro, yeah, I'm a gamer too. Oh, good to know. What do you play? I play Fortnite. Okay, I will not be racist. Okay, you play Fortnite. And also, what do you play? I play Fortnite. So that's the basic of the question. So I want to ask both of you guys, give me your explanation on what is a gamer, like what's your point of view, how to being a gamer, what's a gamer, and everything like that. As always, start with the German boy, or he's gonna invade us.
At some point, maybe.
That is the latest quickly.
Depends. So, I think that like overall a gamer is somebody who's playing video games. That's like the easiest explanation. But I think you can split it up into like 3 groups of gamers. It's like you have the guys that call themselves casual gamer, right? The like the most cancerous.
What?
Like the casual gamers want to play for fun, pretty much, I guess. Like it's something they do besides doing something else, like waiting for the doctor or something like that, like playing on their mobile phone. From what I can see from others that I talk to about gaming and stuff like that, most of them own something like a Nintendo Wii or something handheld, like a smartphone or a Nintendo DS or something like that. So they are not playing on PlayStation or Xbox or even PC. Or when they play on PC, I think it's more like some some stupid online flash game, like some card games.
Or
on
they
Solitaire
downloaded
or
Candy
something.
Crush from Microsoft Store.
That's too much, I guess. Like, but yeah, I think the casual gamers want to play video games that are not like totally complex, like an RTS game or something. It's most of the time it's a pretty simple game, like Candy Crush or some Minesweeper or whatever. And I don't think they really care about the overall gaming industry. Like they are not visiting E3 conventions and stuff like that. They want to play those handy games that are easy to understand and easy to play. So that's my opinion about casual gamers. What is a casual gamer? Then there is the second level, which is the quote unquote normal gamer. It's like where I can see me for myself. Like I'm on that part of the gamer, like on the word gamer. I think there I can see me there. It's like I'm playing a game or maybe several games for like 2 to 3 hours a day after work, most of the time, just to get my like pretty much get my brain clear from all the stuff that happens in real life.
What is real life?
I don't know.
Why are we even alive?
Yeah. And those normal gamers mostly are not taking part on shitstorms or petitions against, I don't know, like Blizzard, for example. I think that those are the diehard gamers. Yeah, but I think those normal gamers are mostly like containing younger players that don't take gaming too serious, like before entering that next step, which is the hardcore gamers. I mean, hardcore gamers, in my opinion, just buy everything. Like, oh, there's a new Blizzard game coming out, just pre-order it. Those are the hardcore gamers for me.
Don't even think about it.
Yeah, in my opinion, they only play, or not only play, but they mostly play like PvP games, like competitive maybe. They mostly, like, they own most of the platforms. Like, I don't know.
They have like PlayStation, Xbox, Wii, computer, ultra computer, like 2K computer.
Yeah. Yeah, and they mostly, like, especially the hardcore console players, they defend their console like to the blood, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, PlayStation 5 is with that new like tech or whatever. Like, it's the same thing as back then with Sega and Nintendo. Like, Sega does what Nintendo don't.
Whoa, that spot.
That spot was hilarious.
That's pretty much wrecked in there.
Yeah, but it worked.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, somebody was comparing the two consoles, like the Sega Genesis or the Mega Drive here in Germany, and the Super Nintendo, and Nintendo kicked the Sega's ass in like every single step, but there was one thing that was like slightly better on Sega, and they picked that and called it what was it, blast processing, and it worked. It was a marketing hit, right? And I think this keeps going on until this very day with PlayStation and Xbox. Maybe not Nintendo stuff. I mean, Nintendo fanboys are all over the place. Like with the Zelda Breath of the Wild game, where this one guy said like, "Oh, 7 out of 10. It's a great game. I want to play it, but there are some serious issues with the game." And this guy got death threats and some stuff like that. This
fucking bullshit.
Like it's a 7 out of 10, dude.
Yeah.
It's a fucking video game, right?
Yeah.
And this is like something for the hardcore gamers. I'm personally not a hardcore gamer by any means. I'm not pre-ordering stuff. I'm not fanboying stuff.
You are not pre-ordering stuff now.
I won't pre-order LBA 3. I won't do that. Well, okay, I backed that one Kickstarter with the fucking music and whatnot, but this is not gaming territory, I guess. And the biggest problem with hardcore gamers, in my opinion, is like they think they know everything about something, and they keep playing and talking that way. Like playing an online game, and you see somebody who's playing the game differently. They are like, "Oh, you have to do this, you have to do that. You're a fucker. You can't play this game," and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's
unsubscribe.
like yeah, like it's destructive behavior, pretty much. It's like hardcore gamers, in my opinion, are mostly very toxic to talk to.
Yeah, I'm with you with that.
But yeah,
I didn't really think about the 3 levels, but yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So what's your point of view, Hansen? You didn't think about that. What were you thinking?
I mean, I was more in like the 2 level thingy, like casual gamers and hardcore gamers, but I really didn't stop and think about the normal gamers. Like, I should maybe consider myself one of the normal gamers also. But I on the topic about what is being a gamer, I think it hasn't it's not about how many games you played or how much time you've been playing. It's more about like the culture it involves. Like, how involved are you with the gaming community, right? Because I can, I don't know, wake up and then grab my phone and play for 10 minutes a day, not even an hour. And yeah, I will not care at all about the game or what the community has to say about the game, or if the game progresses or has an update. Like, I really don't care. I just grab my phone and play a little bit, and that's it. So if you are not that involved in the game itself and the community, I don't think you can really call yourself a gamer. But because I remember I had this talk with a friend, and he said like, yeah, but I haven't played as many games as you, so I'm not a gamer. But I said, dude, you're still interested in the topic, you're still interested in the game, and you constantly look for information and stuff, and yet you like it. You can call yourself a gamer. It's not about how many games you played.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's, but what DVD said is true also, like the different levels of gaming. And yeah, I can't really add more into that, because it's pretty much you nailed it. The explanation.
Yeah, as you, I think that to be defined as a gamer is not just about dude, I play video games. Like I know many people, and I was like that. Like back in 10 years ago, I was like, if it's not a first-person shooter, it's not even a video game. It's just stupid. And yeah, that's not how you define a gamer. For me, to be a gamer, that's my definition. It probably is wrong, but that's my definition. Is that you need to be into the culture of video game. Like, it's not just only about the video games. It's about everything behind. Like, I get a lot of hype even when someone announces, "Dude, we have a new engine for a video game," and you're like, "Boom! From this new engine, we can have many new video games." That's fucking cool. And for me to be a real gamer, you also need to check 360 degrees all the video game panorama. Like, I can't give less of a fuck about I don't know, MMOs. Like, I don't give a fuck about World of Warcraft or any MMO in general. But when I hear that there is a new MMO, I check it just because I care. If came out a new point and click adventure that fucking boring for me, I check it. Classic example was when Kadin, now the meme again of The Last of Us, when Kadin told me about The Last of Us. I totally hate that kind of video games, but I check it anyway because by checking The Last of Us 2, I saw like the stuff that they did with the blood. I don't know if you guys saw that. But in The Last of Us 2, when you kill someone, the blood like gets out from the body and melt the fucking snow. That's so fucking cool. Then again, I don't give really a fuck, but I am interested because, dude, if The Last of Us can do that, in the future we can do, I don't know, a stupid puzzle game based on liquids, and you can melt the snow in a realistic way and bullshit like that, you know. And I get really, really fucking mad, as I said, when I met that guy from school, when I say, oh, I am a gamer. Okay, tell me games that you play. Tell me what you check. What's your opinion about anything about video games? No, I just play FIFA and I do goals with Cristiano Ronaldo. That's not how to be a gamer. Like, if now it's not just to licking the ass of these two guys that are talking with me, but when I talk with DVD and Hansin and many more in chat, by the way, I know that I can talk about everything, about any video game. Like, did you guys, another stupid example, talking about the Epic Game Store. It's not a video game. It's just a company and a
Yeah, it's something that has to go. Has something to do with games.
yeah. Like, do you like
Because it's
that?
part of it.
Or, for example, what do you think about the VR experience? Do you think that the future of video game can be into the VR? But if I ask the guy that I met in school, he's gonna say, I use VR for watching porn and it's so fucking realistic.
Probably.
No. Then about the... I am really not sure what I think about mobile gamers. Because the real problem is how I judge the video games. Like, for me, it's a cool video game when there is like a bunch of stuff that works. If you tell me that you are number one in Candy Crush in the world, I don't really feel like you... Probably I'm wrong again, but... I don't consider it a video game, because if I consider Candy Crush a video game, I need to consider, like, I don't know, video poker a video game. I am number one in the world in video poker. It's okay, it's a video game because it's a game and it's on video, but are you really a video gamer? A gamer?
I mean, so you're considering, like, depends on the complexity of the game. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's not just because it's animated textures and levels. It doesn't mean it's a video game. Like the fucking 3D experience that you can have at in a museum is not a video game. You are just looking at something 3D that does that. But if I played all this museum experience, am I a gamer actually? I think no.
Yeah, that goes into pretty much what I said about being into the culture of gaming, right? Because most of the people that don't really have time to sit on their computer and play for a couple hours and they're busy or whatever, they can only play or distract themselves with the phone, right? So most of the time it's pretty much like a time killer. Like, okay, I have to wait like 15 minutes to my next meeting or something. What do I do? Like, I start playing Candy Crush or whatever the fuck. And it's not like they're interested in that shit. Like, they only want to distract themselves for a second and that's it. So I think that's one problem about mobile games. Like, sure, there's a lot of mainstream games that are now planning to port into mobile gaming and such, but as I was talking with DVD last night in his stream, like, I think doing a PC game then transporting it into mobile, it's pretty difficult because you're gonna have to simplify the controls. Like, you're gonna dumb down the game because you need some simple controls and do something simple because you're only using the fucking phone. Like, there's nothing really comfortable about using it. At least I don't like it. I don't like playing on the phone. I'm pretty sure there's people that really like it, but I don't feel like it's maybe the best platform to do it. Like, sure, if it's something like I don't know, like a building simulator or something really simple, sure, go for it. But if you wanna do an RTS or a fucking MMO and try to play it on the phone, you for sure you have to be you would need simple controls, and that's changing pretty much the core mechanic of the game. So that comes around and again about the simplicity of the game and the complexity. It's not that deep, unless it's a shooter. I guess you could play a shooter. That's why people play PUBG Mobile, right? Because I've seen that game is very popular. Like if it's a shooter, yeah, it can work. Even it's better if it's in third person. But most of the games aren't like that. Most of the games are just click it and wait 3 hours and come back, and it's like a chore more like a game. So and as I said, most of the people that I know that play on their phone, it's like, oh yeah, I'm just playing this because it's kind of fun. I play it like half an hour a day or 15 minutes a day, and that's it. So I don't really consider them as gamers because of that.
Yeah, I think you can't really make it to a gamer by playing a game for like, I don't know, like 400 hours. It's like you play like basketball after work for like an hour each day in the year, and that doesn't make you a basketball player, right? I mean, you play basketball, but you are not playing it like a pro, or something. It's like the example with being first on Candy Crush. I mean, there is like pay to win stuff, and this is another topic. We already had that. But I talked to a teacher of mine like 5 years ago, and that was like the beginning of that whole mobile stuff. And he explained that to the class with Age of Empires 2. He was like, a casual gamer plays Age of Empires 2, build a house and wait for 20 minutes. a normal gamer builds some villagers and maybe build a wall, and that's it. And the pro is like, oh, forward castle, oh, pro strats, and fucking rip you in like 6 minutes. that was his like his comparison to any like casual gamers to hardcore gamers.
Yeah, and because of the video I'm watching right now about I think that's Mobile Legends.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it?
Mobile Legends. Yeah.
Yeah, and as SRD said, like this is a different story about mobile gaming, for example.
Yeah, I
Like you
wanted
can
to
tell
ask.
these guys they look committed. They spend a lot of time into the game, and they're into the esports stuff, right? So you can really tell the difference about the guys playing this. Maybe they don't care as much, but they have a lot more commitment into the game itself and what it involves around it. So yeah, for sure you can call them gamers. Like,
Are you
as
sure?
yeah, I would say so. Yeah,
I
I would
mean,
say so.
I am so. I admit my limit. I am so fucking racist, but because looking at this video, it just makes me cringe. And the guy who recorded this video is also opening
I mean,
stuff.
yeah.
But okay, it's not me. I swear, my hands are here. It just makes me cringe because I don't know. I don't even explain why, but really, are you doing a 5 versus 5 on a phone? Maybe it's the future of video games, but still,
Not I think it's the future, to be honest. I mean, it's gonna be relevant for sure, but I don't think it's gonna replace consoles or PC games at all.
Yeah, given the
But
limitations of the console.
yeah, they still have a lot of limitations because of the way it works. Like nowadays, it feels more like a platform than a different approach on gaming, right? But I'd say I would consider them gamers because they're so into it, and they probably talk a lot about the game and the updates, and they care about it, and they constantly check up on it. But maybe it's because the game itself doesn't have that impact in the whole gaming community. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's not that relevant. I guess the relevancy of the game also has a little bit to do with how people perceive you as a gamer. So yeah, I think it depends on that also.
SRD sent a message and he said Mobile Legends, the game that we were just. Why the message is not popping out?
No.
Oh, no. Show, yeah. Can you show it? Show. It's not showing. Why? Stupid crap.
Too much SRD for the chat.
It's not popping out. Well, I'm gonna read it by myself then. Mobile Legends is one of the esports that was competed for an official medal in Southern Asian games last year. I can't read, but okay. I think it's good, but I also think it's bad because Mobile Legends really. I'm 100% sure that who made the game was just trying to scam people with buying a chest and shit like that, in my opinion. And also SRD said, also there are plenty who spend $10K plus on some popular mobile games. Yes,
Yeah.
and it's a fucking disgrace, in my opinion. Oh, now it's working. Oh, now it's working. Okay. The first message didn't want to show.
Okay, fixed.
I hope it's fixed.
Maybe it was too long.
That's why it's pretty hard to me to say mobile gaming is something that will be big or at least respected, because I feel like, you know, that we have the shitty wars between PlayStation versus Xbox versus computer versus whatever, but
Versus whatever, because you didn't want to say mobile.
no, I don't want to put mobile there because I'm pretty sure that everyone in any of console or PC community don't refer to phone games as games, or people that play on mobile
True.
don't refer to them as
That's actually true.
gamers, because it's, I don't know, it's kind of hard.
I mean, it's really hard to differentiate, I guess, because mobile games have this fame of about being pay to win. Like most of them, it's just a cash grab, an easy cash grab,
Mhm.
and but I think that's possible because of the lack of connection with the community. The people who play them, they don't really care about the community or the the game itself. So they just say, okay, I need to do this. I want to distract myself, and then I just need to pay $1. Okay, whatever. I'll just do it because it's makes it faster. So um yeah, I can't even England today. This is sad. Sad day. I don't have my soundboard on.
DVD,
Okay.
I told you that we must switch Unseen with Blade.
Yeah.
Uh, and yeah, pretty much mobile games have this hate to win phase.
Mm-hmm. And it's like it's pretty normal, at least in mobiles game. Like when you have pay to win in any other game, you have some people that don't give a fuck, but most of the people usually are like, oh yeah, it's pay to win, I don't give a fuck, or they say I have money so I will spend on them. But on mobile, I mean, most of the games that I play on mobile have the pay to win mechanics.
Yeah, most of them have it. Like, and as SRD said, like, it's really popular in Asian countries because, well, first of all, I think Asian people are really competitive, at least in gaming. Like, you can see that in most esports.
Yeah.
So I think even if they encounter a really underground game that is maybe mobile or whatever, it doesn't matter the platform. They're gonna try to grind it out of it, like no matter what. So it gives the game a little bit more depth, but Yeah, that's why I said it's because you can really grind a game without caring about it. Like there's Mike, for example, playing LBA. Like, I and it
Well,
doesn't
streaming is
necessarily
over.
mean
Goodbye. Thank you.
that doesn't mean the people who play it are involved into it. So yeah, it's a really hard call. How would you actually describe it?
He died.
Yeah, what happened? What the fuck? Okay, that was the last sentence. How would you describe it? It's a really hard call.
SRD sent. Oh, today SRD is on the fucking show full. SRD also said mobile games are accessible for poor people who only have cheap smartphones. At first, I was with you like, yeah, you want to play some video games, you have a shitty smartphone, you play those on there. But as Kadin pointed out, there are gaming smartphones right now, and that's something else that really fucking makes me cringe. I saw people buying a gaming smartphone with a mini USB mouse and a mini USB keyboard to play PUBG. Why the fuck you don't play PUBG on your fucking computer? You don't even need a good computer. You just need a computer right now. Why?
Yeah, that's pretty weird. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like you play on your smartphone, and imagine you are playing a first-person shooter or like a third-person shooter on your smartphone, and then there's somebody who's playing on the same exact platform but with mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
Just
So
gotta fucking crack you.
yeah, pretty much. That's pretty cringe. I mean, you like I can agree with you, Mike. It seems to me that like it's very very cringe to see people leaning over their smartphone and playing the shit out of some game. But isn't that like something that a hardcore gamer would do to look into the game and think like no, some normal gamer or some casual gamer would play that mobile league game, and he would just pick a hero, and if he wins, he wins. If he lose, he lose, right?
Mm-hmm.
But a pro is like, oh, what is the enemy team doing? What are their team consist of? Like, what hero is the best against this hero and that hero, and they look into the game, like way more deep than a casual gamer. But yeah, as I said, I can agree that looks very very cringe.
Yeah, for sure. Like, if you're gonna try to emulate the PC, then why don't you play in the fucking PC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, that's yeah, I can agree with you guys in this one. But I guess it's a way to play it if you don't have a computer, but nowadays it doesn't. Like, to be
Well,
real.
it depends on what they charge you with for a gaming smartphone. Like if it's like $1,000, then you can just fucking build an own PC. Like
Yeah, like
what's
isn't
the
it
big deal?
overpriced?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's overpriced.
Then you have to spend all that money buying like a decent working computer. Like, there are a lot of cheap computers that you can buy with that all that money you're paying for the gaming smartphone. So,
Yeah.
and plus you have to pay a mouse and keyboard to play it, and an adapter or whatever the fuck you use to plug it into the phone.
Yeah, but right now I just checked. Like, I literally googled gaming smartphone price, and for example, a fucking iPhone 11, it's 1k euros. For 1k euros, I can buy a fucking monster PC and play the shit out of it. Why the fuck would I buy that? Let me go down, like, what we have here. OnePlus 8, 800 euros. Dude, you can buy a decent computer with 800 euros.
Yeah. I don't see why would you pick a smartphone over a decent PC to play games. Like,
Well, you can call somebody.
Wow.
Fucking gaming smartphone.
I can call somebody even from my computer anyway.
Yeah.
So
Too.
and you get charged in your phone, so
Yeah.
you're even paying more money to talk to people. Like, yeah, it's really hard to.
But you can't play Diablo Reforged on PC.
Ah, fuck no!
I mean, don't you guys have a computer?
There's a phones.
Oh, phones, sorry, not computer.
Damn. Yeah, but
Imagine GTA 6 is going for mobile only. Like
I wouldn't be
seriously.
surprised actually.
I mean, Kadin says something decent, even if I hate Kadin these days. No, I'm joking. But he said on mobile you can play games like Pokemon Go or Ozu Droid. Okay, let's skip Ozu Droid because Ozu sucks. No, I'm joking. Let's skip Ozu because you can play Ozu on your computer. So I don't really see the reason why playing Ozu on phone. But you go to school, you have 1 hour drive to go to school, you can play that. But I think there are some games that are really enjoyable on your phone. The real problem is how much they are good. Like, as much as Pokemon Go now is famous and shit, fuck Pokemon Go, bro. I mean, the real Pokemon Go every day. Goodbye. Stop of the streamer. Even if Pokemon Go went really full fucking famous and a lot of people play it, it sucks. The best Pokemon Go is the best Pokemon game is the classic one. Fights, those kind of fights, is not like, oh, you go around the city and capture Pokemon. It's not the game. The game is evolving your Pokemon, building up your team, and making a casual or competitive team to fight with your friends or fight with stronger people and stuff like that. So I always take all the phone games not as a real games, but more like a game and watch from old Nintendo. They are just time killers while you are on the toilet, in my opinion.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And to be back on topic, playing those games doesn't make you a gamer. Makes you a guy that play video games.
That plays video games, yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
being a gamer.
Like, you can tell like the majority of people that play those kind of games are just like, as you said, looking for time killers. And it's like, yeah, we're going from point A to point B, or I'm just waiting for something, and then I'll start to play a little bit. And yeah, you can actually take the main reason to play Pokemon Go is to go out and do some exercise and walk and shit. But still, you're more focused on the game, right? The game, which is pretty much point and click at this point. But it's kind of weird because it doesn't have that. It's nowhere near to the classic Pokemon games that have
Not
a strategy
even
or
near.
something. You just start playing, and if you want to battle someone, you start like,
Yeah.
yeah, you don't have to think. You have to spam your clicking, and it's yeah, mostly a time killer.
We have some message, and the last message that I will read is gonna bring a new question for you guys. I'm really curious about that. So, Keria, hello man. Ciao Nenno, come stai? Beh, Tavarri, sorry, a little bit of Sardinian language. He said, I imagine there is a lot of peer pressure involved in this. I mean, I see the demographic are really young. I suppose it's not hip to play on PC. Yes, and this make me cringe even more because right now, I mean, when I was young, like 12 years old, and it's even worse than that right now, but when I was 12 years old and I asked my father, like, Dad, can I have a phone, please? He gave me a fucking shovel and say, find a fucking job and buy one for yourself. You are too fucking young for a phone. You don't need a phone. You literally don't need a phone. And right now, childs from 7, 8 years old have a phone in their hands.
Even younger.
And
yeah.
I just hope that they play video games in that, because if they don't do that, probably they are getting harassed on Facebook by pedos and stuff like that. So please, young people, play video games instead. Keep on play Candy Crush. I don't care. Don't get molested on the internet. Stick on video games and turn the chat off, please. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, there's another really interesting thing that is already said about internet cafes or where you go
Yeah, it's
do
the
LAN
next
parties.
message. Let me
Yeah.
read it. In my country, internet cafes where people after playing LAN games have drastically less customers in recent years after mobile gaming become the trend. Sorry, Ansin, keep talking.
Yeah, I guess it's also because of the how accessible all the new technology is. Like everyone now has a better internet overall and overall better PCs, and that's obviously the main platform about of games. Like, and also I think consoles are really more are cheaper now. So
Mhm.
if you have more exposure and it's more accessible to everyone, of course it's gonna be like, okay, I have this PC, I have this game, I have this console, and I can do it from my house. Like I don't have the need to go out, and yeah, I don't have a PC, I don't have a nowhere to play, and I'll go to an internet cafe or something. And yeah, that's something that I've noticed in the past couple years.
Sorry. Yeah, DVD. You want to add something?
Um,
I know you are tired. I don't want to
Yeah,
bother you much today.
don't worry, man. I was still thinking about Guerrilla and his message
Mhm.
about that the demographic is very young and it's supposed to be hip to not play on PC. Like, yes, I think most of the people that play mobile games are very young or very old, like 40 plus.
Mhm.
As Anson said, it's a time sink pretty much. I think students who go to school with the age of 11, 12, 13, they just want to play something in their break or between the lessons or waiting for the bus or train or whatever. But also they try to connect with other people. It's very, very different than when I was a kid. We were trying to set up LAN parties all the time. It was like another feeling to it. Like you are sitting in the same room with the same people. You play games, like the same games. Like ordering pizza, drinking beer. It's
Smoking
so
weed.
different.
Sorry.
Yeah, smoking weed.
Were you
With the age of
smoking
11,
weed?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
bad, DVD. What the fuck?
No, I don't do that, but
Kappa.
so it is something very different, and I don't think that LAN parties will stick around for very long anymore because none of those young people actually know what it's like
Yeah.
to sit in the same room with 5 PCs or 6 PCs, wiring up them together for like 3 hours so
Yeah.
you can play some Warcraft or whatever.
Swearing against God because nothing
Yeah.
is working. And
Yeah, the
like,
whole
let's take a modem. No, the modem doesn't have enough room for everyone. Fuck!
Find a new cable, find
Yeah.
somewhere to sit,
Cable is
like fix
broken.
your fucking internet connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then someone with a
Somebody-
potato PC. Like it's fucking it's mayhem, but it's good mayhem. Like
It's
Yeah.
I really
mayhem,
like
yeah.
it. Uh, most people that actually do that, like I used to do that before quarantine and all this fucking corona shit.
Mhm.
Like I have a tradition, if you would call it, with my cousins. Like we would gather up together and everyone's setting up their computers and laptops and shit, and we will still do LAN parties. And it's because it's something we grew up with, and it's part of the of how we interact with each other, not only playing online but also hanging out together with the connections and playing old games and LAN games and shit. And nowadays you don't really have the need to do that anymore. Like you just press a button and connect, and that's it. But I guess you kind of have to do it right now because of the thing that's happening in the world. But it's gonna be it is an important factor about how people play the game with other friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's been like what 5 months about this shit, and people are getting used to playing only online, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But as Korea said, yeah, most of the mobile games, they seem like they're aimed towards younger players.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can see why a kid is pretty much addicted to playing the same game over and over, doing the same shit over and over. And also, as you said, it's not only younger people but also really old people. Like because it's weird. It's like the less connection you have, the more you play those kind of games.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's an easy way to grab their attention, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, another thing that I think why younger players are aimed with those games is like a parental problem, maybe that most of the parents say like, dude, you are 3 years old, you are annoying as fuck. Like, I don't know, I want to go out with friends or whatever. Take my smartphone and get the hell out of here. Like, it may not be like common, but I think it's happening. Like that parents don't want to take the time to play with the kids or whatever, and they give the smartphone or the tablet or whatever to the kid and say,
Yeah.
Ah.
Just shut the fuck up. Play this shit and
Yeah.
shut up.
Just don't bother me and play this.
Yeah.
yeah, right.
That's fucking strange because I remember when I was young, my mother was the opposite. Like, good dude,
Yeah,
stop
me too.
playing video games. What the fuck? Talk
Yeah.
with me. I am your mother. Say something. And now it's the opposite. Like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear you. Go play
Yeah.
some Candy Crush or fucking Diablo shit, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. And the bad thing about online games and games that are full of well, most of the players are younger people. It's like it's like going back to school. Like I don't know if you guys have had this classmate that it's all whiny and starts screaming and maybe a little bit toxic or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you have like 20 of those in one single room, and you're fucking match in your game, and then it's what the fuck is happening? Please shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking kids start screaming in every single chance they get. So it's really annoying because, to be honest, yeah, this is a little bit off topic, but it's just something that I'm gonna scratch it. It's like there's a lot of toxicity in online games, and kids are really easy to pick up with. Like they're gonna start listening to it, and you're probably just doing some banter with your friends, and then the kid suddenly feels entitled to do something similar,
Yeah.
and then it becomes really annoying. So
bitch, fuck,
yeah,
bitch,
yeah,
fuck.
something like that. Like, shut the fuck up,
Yeah.
you little cunt. And then it's really annoying sometimes.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a next question that is gonna let me tell you next question basically. Anskita said, "What is the minimum requirement to be a gamer?" So I'm gonna give you the question in another way. Let's say that I don't know, you have a kid that is growing up, or maybe you met a new person, and your kid or this person anyway, choose your best. I don't want a kid, so let's say I met a person that is like I saw all this video game bullshit. I really want to be a video gamer. He is really innocent, okay? He never even touch I don't know, Candy Crush or I don't know, Super Mario Bros. He never played a video game in his life, and he's asking you, okay, I want to start video gaming. What do I need to do? But let's remove all the hardware. Like, let's not start with you need to buy a computer or you need to buy a PlayStation. No, nothing of that. It's like
You need RGB.
I have all the peripheral now. He brought all the peripherals. You have a PC, an Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox dicks in your mouth, whatever. And he's asking you, yeah, I'm gonna stop talking. He's asking you, what do I need to do to be a gamer? What do I need to play? What you are going to suggest to him?
Okay, the first thing that I would say is something like, okay, just here, you have all these games to pick up. Like choose one, choose whatever whatever you want, the one that really makes you go like, oh, I want to play this one, or I'm gonna try this one. And if you really like it, just stick to it, and try to learn everything about it.
No,
Like
no, okay,
once
I'm
you
gonna interrupt you. He doesn't know any video game. Like, even if you show him a list of video games, he's like, dude, I don't know any
no, no,
of
no, yeah,
those.
yeah, that's what I mean. I'm gonna show it. Okay, you have this game that does this, and this stuff, and then I'm gonna start explaining like a little bit about every single game that I'm showing, obviously, and then I'm gonna be like, okay, pick one. Which one do you think it's the best? And if they like it, I'm gonna try to, okay, you can do this, and try to make it sound interesting. So if I see he has some interest about the game, it's gonna be like, okay, now he can start learning on his own. But if I see like he's I was about to say, if I feel like he's a mobile gamer, it's gonna be like, okay, I can play 10 minutes and then throw the shit away. I can't say that's not his thing, right?
Hmm.
So it pretty much has to do with how do I approach it.
So you're gonna give him the freedom of choice, let's say that.
Yeah.
DVD, what about you? Are you going to suggest any game, or you're gonna give him freedom?
So I think that the first thing I would do personally, because I know something about something in the video game industry, like I don't know, like good games for specific genres, for example, like for RTS, I would say like Warcraft 3 or Age of Empires 2. I would pick games like one for each individual genre and just give it to him. Like play those games. Like if you enjoy it, then stick to it and play a little bit more, but give every other genre a chance, so he can like build his own opinion about games in general. And it can compare all the genres. So you build up knowledge like as a kid, and then you can, in my opinion, you can call yourself a gamer when you try to like to see what each individual genre can offer you.
Yeah.
And you try to appreciate it even though you are not interested in. Like for me, for example, I don't play RTS games, but I can understand why they are appealing to some people. And this is, for me personally, what it's all about. Like to have a mentor that can lead you just a tiny bit, as Anson suggests, like to tell the kid something about the game, just not shoot in the dark and see what happens.
Yeah, for sure. Like I think it's really important that people have their own opinion about the games, right? Because it's so easy nowadays to just Google the game online and see all the reviews and people saying pretty much the same all the time. Or do you go into what's the fucking where Warcraft Reforged was bombarded with negative reviews? Do you remember the page?
Oh, the IMDb? No.
No, no, that's for
No,
movies.
that's for movies. Yeah, it was
Well,
Metacritic.
Yeah, I think it's Metacritic.
Yeah,
Well,
it's probably Metacritic.
yeah, I think it's Metacritic. And then you go inside those kind of pages, and then you see mostly all reviews are the same, right? But it's really easy to have a you already have this thought about the game without really seeing it for yourself and try to think, okay, this is something that I like, this is something that I don't like. Let's see. You pretty much discard what people think because it's a game you really enjoy, and then if you do it, then you should really get into it. Like there's no problem. Then you will compare with other games that are similar. Then you will tell if the game is bad or not according to your likings, obviously. But it's important to have your own opinion about it, and the more you know about different genres and different games, the better your understanding about the genre and all that shit.
I think about the review that they are just a bunch of bullshit. I will say why. I grew up with magazines. You already know that.
Yeah.
And they were so professional because every single review was more on a technical way. It was like we are in year 2000, for example, so the graphic is this. Is the game at the correct level? So yes, okay, it's gonna take a rate. If not, it's gonna take another rate. Right now, it looks like every single review is more about try to take the people on your side. So if everyone is hating it, everyone is gonna like, oh, this game is shit because it's shit. I say it's shit, so it's shit. Fuck you, and it's fucking stupid. Or is more like the philosophical way of the guy making the review is like, oh well, this game can teach you the way of living your life because it's gonna teach you the mistakes. No, give me a fucking review. Is the game good? Like, how's the physics? How's the game? How does it play? Is the netcode good or bad? So yeah, if I need to suggest game, for sure I'm gonna say the guy, stay away from review as much as possible. Because there are plenty of games that, for the meta critic or for a lot of people, are shit, but for you personally are good. Like, I got blasted sometimes in stream when I said the only Japan RPG that I played was Golden Sun, and everyone was like, dude, that's the worst fucking Japan RPG game ever. Well, I don't give a fuck, I enjoyed it, because it was the era of Game Boy emulators, and I was like, dude, that's fucking cool, I can play Game Boy on my PC, so yeah, it's great. To be back on the question, I'm gonna pick... like Kadin and some of you said, I will relate a lot on the person on what he likes. Like, I got some experience of not really I want to be a gamer, but more like suggest me a game. And I was like, okay, tell me, I don't know, your favorite movie, what it was. Oh, well, my favorite movies of all time is Matrix. Okay, dude, I really suggest you to play Max Payne 1 or 2. I suggest you 1 and then play on the 2, because it's fucking cool. Of course, if a guy is gonna tell me, oh, I like soccer, I like football, I will say, dude, you need to try FIFA or Pro Evolution Soccer. If Pro Evolution Soccer is shit, in my opinion, but try some of these soccer games because are cool. Maybe you will like to have more of an arcade style, so... try what was the game, like Mario Soccer, something like that. It was really bullshit. Try that. Maybe you will enjoy a more casual soccer game. Or maybe, I don't know, I watch a lot of historical documentaries. Well, dude, you totally need to fucking play Age of Empires, for example. Or I don't know, I remember my teacher last year, not this year of school, last year, we were talking about teaching kids, and she was like, there is no way to let the kids enjoy like historic events. Fuck you, bitch. There is a way. Any fucking RTS game is gonna make you enjoy, I don't know, fucking Giovanna d'Arco, Jeanne d'Arc, the fucking... it's called in English, I don't know. But yeah, try that campaign from Age of Empires 2, and you're gonna learn some history. Of course, you can't go to school with that, you need to implement some books, but you're gonna learn something about that. Or, I don't know, World War II. You're gonna play Empire Earth had some World War II, I guess. Try that. You can really relate to that.
Yeah, I really think that's a great way about if they want to learn about something something else that goes more than just a game, right? I mean, I was really interested in the story, and I know the basics about those civilizations because of Age of Empires, because I liked the game so much that I started reading. They have a section in the game that's called history, and you can read about every civilization. So yeah, what was I talking about? Fuck, I forgot. Not again. No,
stop doing drugs. God damn, stream is over. Goodbye.
I've been awake for half an hour. This is not fair. Dude, I really forgot that's fucking annoying.
Okay, well, let's see if we have any message. Let me read. Yes, Hippocrat, if someone tells me that he fucking love football, I will suggest FIFA. What can I suggest? Go play Counter-Strike if he likes football. I think no. Oh, well, I can see that Keria brought the games machine, and now I will need to ban Keria because I was buying giochi per il mio computer and not games machine. There was a little bit of waiting between the two the two magazines.
I
Anything
think
else?
Hans Gitter had an okay question. Are board game players the OG gamers?
Oh, well, in my opinion, you could at least. Sorry, I read Hippocat. You could at least say Rocket League. You are dead to me, Mike. Sorry. Sorry. You're right. You're right. I will change my opinion. I think that most of the guys that play board games are more gamer than 99% of the guys that play on phone. Because for setting up a board game, you need passion. I will explain this. For playing on a phone, you just start an app. Join in the multiplayer, wrecked someone, blah blah blah. Just for playing, I don't know, Monopoly. I'm gonna say the first game that comes in my mind.
Monopoly.
You need, first of all, you need a place. So you need a house or a place without wind and shit like that. You need to organize with the people. Like, if you want to play Monopoly 1 versus 1, it's kind of stupid. So you need at least 4 people for playing that. You need, I don't know, 5 hours of your life to play Monopoly. Something like that.
It's something.
Yeah, most of the Monopoly's game are really slow because you are also fighting with the guys with words. So you're like, fuck you, give me the money. Yeah, well, no, I'm gonna buy this, that. You waste a lot of time. And so, yeah, I think that board games are much, much, much better than some other shit. And yeah, for me, board games is the beginning of... It's not even the beginning. It's another way to be a gamer. I love board games, so I am fucking sold out. If you ask me, you want to play a board game, I mean, I can literally fuck off every single PC game. I want to play board games.
Personally, I pretty much hate board games. Like,
oh, why?
I don't know. It's maybe because of the pace. Like, you have to do so much to start playing, and then it lasts for so long. And I really don't like slow games, like in general. Like I like something fast paced. So for example, I like something that I can play quickly. For example, Jenga. Yeah, if you can go a fast lightning round and start pulling out and do stupid shit, or maybe I don't know, Pictionary. Like you can draw really fast and then try to guess.
Oh yeah, but I consider those board games for me, huh?
Yeah, there are for board games. That's what I said. I like some of them. But most of the time, I just like, for example, Monopoly is one of my least favorite games. It's like I hear Monopoly and I just instantly die. Like I don't like it. And I guess there's another one similar called Risk. It's a pretty popular one. Yeah, even though it has to do with invading and all that shit, it's like the feel of the game, it turns. I have to wait and I have to think. But interestingly enough, chess is one of my favorites.
Oh, chess.
Like I really like chess.
The true peak of gaming, chess.
Yeah, but chess is sometimes is really slow. Like if you don't have a timer, you have all the time in the world to think. But I don't know. It's kind of weird. I some of them I like, but most of them is like I just fall asleep. I need something fast and quick.
I'm pretty sure DVD doesn't like board games or card games, especially. I'm pretty sure he hates most of the card games, right, DVD?
You are 1,000% wrong, good sir.
Yeah, he hates. I mean, he doesn't even have a full day. Like,
yeah.
No. I personally like board games pretty much because not only because of the complexity at some point. Like, if it's so complex like chess, then I can't stand it. I tried to learn it, I can't. But as more simple as it gets, the more like it's not a hardcore strategic game like Risk, for example. It's pretty strategic. You have to think like 3 turns ahead.
Even more.
Yeah.
And I kind of like those games, but if you have like players with you that can't do that, then it falls out of balance pretty quick. But yeah, I think I can agree with both of you that there are people that do not enjoy games that goes on for like 5 hours, like a Monopoly game, and nobody is trading their thingies, so you can buy houses and the game goes by quick because everybody has hotels and stuff.
Yeah.
It drags on very, very long. If that happens, it's like a stalemate. But I also can relate to Mike when he says like 99% of all board games are more gamers than mobile games because of those complexity things. Like in mobile games, you have like this tiny window that says like, I don't know, click on this and do that, and then kill this enemy, and then there you go, victory. But if you look at
it's a full tutorial, interactive tutorial.
yeah, but if you look at some board games, especially those D&D board games, that there's like it's a book like this with instructions and how
More
to build
than
up
one
the board,
book.
and it's
You need to pretty much study the
Yeah.
manual to
Yeah.
understand how to play
yeah,
by
pretty
yourself.
much. Yeah, and you dig so deep into this game, so you pretty much you are a hardcore gamer in this board game, right? I mean, if you are the game master, you have to know everything in this like 200-page book.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I understand the complexity about all those games, and it's really amazing. Like those are really good games, but I just don't seem to enjoy it. It's pretty much because of the pace, but that I just think about how they're even made. Like, how can you have so many thing after another and another and another? Yeah, one thing belongs to this thing, and then this thing is connected to the other thing. Like, that's interesting. Like, I guess that's I don't know why, but when I think about games, I think about reacting quickly. So that has always been my main enjoyment, or having to deal with someone else. And if I have if I have a game that's the complete opposite, like if the game has turns, it's like I'm gonna be so frustrated not being able to react quickly to beat the other person because I need to wait for them to move. But yeah, I do, while I don't enjoy them, I really do understand the complexity and everything that it involves, and it's really good. They're good games. No wonder they've been forever.
So, to keep the topic now that we are talking about board games, we have a message from Kuzerti, ciao Kuzerti, that said, don't blame Magic the Gathering. I have a lot of complaints about Magic the Gathering, but to be honest, I can see that a Magic the Gathering player is way more gamer than some of the kids that are growing up right now, because usually, because I will say the name because no one knows him in chat. You Kuzerti knows Gabriele, and I'm gonna talk about that later. But most of the Magic the Gathering players, they were like, okay, a new set of cards came out. Let's check it. Let's analyze it. Okay, it's not my kind of deck, but let me see what I have to fight with. So it's a white deck. It got this, and that. And okay, cool. Now maybe I need this card. Maybe I can buy that card. Okay, let me do this. Let me do that. But at the same time, there is what I don't consider being a gamer. That is like... go to Google and search for most OP deck cheap 2020 no rip, and you just buy cards that are the most OP in the game, and it's not being a fan of the game, in my opinion. It's just like I want to beat people, so let me search the easy way for doing that. And that's my only reason why I quitted Magic the Gathering, because I just wanted to fucking have fun, basically. and didn't want to be a pro for sure. I mean, the DVD is gonna hate on me. My deck was a fucking elf that were all based. I knew that. All based on healing myself over the limits and making some combo like for every elf you have in game, you're gonna get +1/+1 and shit like that. But
Like
when
that-
someone like started to fight with me with cards that I never read in my life just because he googled the fucking shit out of like, oh, look at this card, it costs 1 mana and it lets me win the game if I say the word cancer. Cancer, I won the game. Sorry, I interrupted you, Anson.
Yeah, that goes into the casual gamer and the hardcore gamer, right? Pretty much the hardcore gamer just doesn't give a shit and wants to buy the most OP deck and whatever, and then you have the casuals and the only want to have fun. Like, yeah, you can really see it reflected there.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember I used to play a card game. I don't really remember which one it was. I think I tried Magic the Gathering once, but as I said, I'm pretty sure it's turn-based, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
But it's a
so
card
that's
game.
why I
How the
like-
fuck do you play a card game in full real time? I play this.
There's a couple of games that you can do. Yeah, but it's like a normal. Yeah, there's. I don't know if you have one. It's called. How do you say it in English? Nervous. You just pretty much start throwing cards in real time, and everyone throws cards until they met the number they're saying out loud. And yeah, as I said, if it's fast paced, yeah, I'm down for it.
Fast pace like Hearthstone.
No, that thing is slow as fuck. That's not fast paced at all. The same with what's the other one? The Riot version, like Legends of Runeterra. Yeah.
Don't even know. Don't play card games. I'm not gay. I don't know, DVD. What do you think about Hearthstone? You were a player.
I played Hearthstone for like, I don't know, like 2 hours maybe, and I fucking hated it. It was
Wait, really? I thought you
Yeah.
played.
no I hated Hearthstone. Not because of Shizard. Maybe yes, but
Maybe
no,
yes.
I was like at the time I was still into MTG games, like video games. And there was no chance. Hearthstone, no, thank you.
But what was it? What didn't you like it?
Like I don't know, it was like, how can I explain that? It was on one hand it was too simple for me because there were so many cards that were like in the meta, so you have to play them in order to beat your enemies. I mean, it's the same thing as in MTG, but in MTG you have you have a random chance basically to win the game, even though your opponent's deck is in the meta and yours is not. In Hearthstone you always get the mana for your spells, like by round. Like I don't know, I can't remember how, but
Yeah.
in MTG it's like it's a card that you have to pull out of your deck.
Mhm.
So there is
It's like real life RNG.
yeah, it's like there's a chance that you will keep your hand with 3 mana in it, and all your spells in the rest of your hand is 4 mana, so you can't cast it with those 3 lands, like mana sources. And it might be that you pull like half your deck and there's no land or no mana source, so you can't play your cards because you don't have mana. In Hearthstone, you can plan for that because you will get the mana like each turn or each second turn. I can't remember.
Every turn you
It's-
get some mana.
Yeah, every turn you get 1 extra.
Yeah, and in MTG, there are ways to manipulate this mana source stuff. You can pretty much build your deck in that specific way that you have like 10 mana in the 3rd turn, but your opponent will notice that and will counterplay your deck pretty much. And this is what Hearthstone is not all about. Like you play your deck and you have to shoot into the dark because you don't know what the enemy is playing. And it might be that that your enemy plays like cards that 100% counterplay your deck. Like, I don't know, I can't come up with an example. Like, I don't know, you flood your board with toughness 1 and creatures, so they will die with just 1 damage. And the enemy is only playing cards that say each enemy creature get 1 damage or something. So you can't do anything because your creatures will die immediately.
So it's pretty much balanced. Like
Yeah.
you have a chance.
Yeah, I don't know how Hearthstone works this out, but I know for a fact in MTG, especially on tournaments, you play best of 3, and you have a so-called sideboard beside your normal deck, so you can pretty much play the first game, and then you can change cards before the second match. So you have cards in there that will counterplay the opponent deck, but he will also put in cards that play against your deck. So the second game is pretty much a big slugfest at this point. Like, he's playing stuff that you can't play against, and so on and so on. It's very interesting. I don't know how Hearthstone is doing that. I think you win the first game, you win the entire match, right?
I don't know. I mean, wait, we have SRD. Oh, yeah, it's still here. SRD, give us your opinion, because SRD actually speedrun Hearthstone. And
Okay.
so I am pretty sure he's also a normal player of Hearthstone, like he does PvP. Not really sure. I always saw SRD doing speedrun of Hearthstone, and I always told him that the game is cancer, but... But I watch it because of SRD. So yeah, SRD, your opinion on that. And also, just to finish with the board games stuff, Keria said, like people playing Dungeons and Dragons are ascended gamers. Smartphone gamers are plebs. And I'm totally with you, man, because as we said, for playing D&D, you don't need a book. You need a series of fucking books. Read the shit out of it. And you need a master that not only knows the rules, but he knows perfectly. The master can't make mistakes. When we played with Kuzerti, that was in chat, he was a really good master, but I remember that in the beginning we were like, okay, we are gonna play Dungeons and Dragons. We saw how much we need to study to play that, so we said, let's find a easier way to play. And we find out, I don't remember what was the name, but basically is a D&D really made really easy to just have fun with it. So most of the rules of D&D are really simplified, and you can enjoy playing a D&D like game with a master and stories and stuff like that. And we had a lot of fun. Also because Kuzerti is a fucking idiot, and the story was... at some point we were fighting against animated doors. Just to let you understand the amount of weed that there was in that gameplay. We really had some really shitty stuff. But yeah, for me, D&D is a good example of being a gamer. For me, at least. I don't know if you guys... I mean, listening to your opinion, I'm pretty sure no one of you played D&D, right?
I think I tried once, but I didn't really pay that much attention because there was so much going on at the same time. And then I remembered I had a second I had a second time that I was about to play, but then the guy was like, I mean, the first time I played because I was in his house and he had the game, and we had another friend to play with. But then the second time he was like, "Oh, I get this meeting nearby my house, and there's a bunch of people gathering up," and I was like, "Okay, but I don't even understand the game yet. Like, how can I be hyped for it? Like, sure, it looks cool, looks great, but I think I would need to be more interested in the like if I see the game and I'm like, oh shit, what is this? And I'm interested, then yeah, I'm probably gonna go and learn about it. But it's like,
I think this might actually be the biggest problem about D&D games, because
yeah,
you can give somebody like the manual and he will read that for like 2 days straight, but he won't learn anything because,
No.
as we all know, you can read a book and you will forget like half of it,
Yeah.
pretty much.
yeah,
Especially when you can't pay that much attention to it, or you do it like a casual gamer, like 20 minutes each day on the toilet or whatever. And especially when you are playing with guys that know that thing inside out, you have a very, very tough time as a newbie
that's
in that play group.
Yeah. Okay,
But
so
yeah, I've actually played D&D before,
oh, nice.
virtual and with friends on a table.
Oh, so you play, but I never played it online. Unless it was
yeah,
full video
no,
game, I
wait.
don't know, like D&D Online, that was a video game based on D&D. Or Neverwinter Nights, some games with D&D rules.
I've played Neverwinter Nights, all the DLCs and stuff.
Cool
the first
game.
one, though.
Yeah, same. Only the first one. Kinda cool. But again, you will not understand anything about D&D because everything is automated. So you will not understand that you got an headshot because of the opportunity shot that you got on a D6. That kind of shit. So you just got killed someone and that's all.
Yeah, especially a D&D game is not a game that you can learn by playing, because you will make so much mistakes, and especially the experienced players will like, oh dude, right?
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
tough.
Oh, well, I will share this story about D&D. How do I quit D&D? I remember that... Kuzerti, are you still here? He probably will remember, because I rage quitted because of him. I remember that I throw like 3 dice, probably, or 4 dice in a row, and I got all critical negative only once, and my PG died, and I totally rage quitted, like full angry. Not even in Counter-Strike I was ever that angry. I was like, God fucking damn, what the fuck is this bullshit? No, fuck you, I'm going away. I went to the fucking sofa and went asleep because I was really, fuck you, I hate this game. SRD,
It's like-
keep talking,
Okay,
sorry.
go.
No, keep going. You have the
I
message.
was just about to say that I don't like games where I can lose. Where the reason I lost is not because of me. Like if I have like a chance of an RNG of something happening inside the things that I'm doing, it's like very frustrating. If I lose, I want it to be like because I suck, because I did something wrong, but not because something else happened like randomly. I don't like that.
Okay,
Well, it
SRD.
kind of depends, right? I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Mike.
No, keep going. I just have that message. Don't worry,
Okay.
keep talking.
So yeah, I mean, yes and no. I can relate to the fact that if you die out of nowhere because some die roll was a crit, then it's frustrating. I can feel that. But on the other hand, most of the time you have to think so many turns ahead. Like, I don't know, if you are a mage, you don't want to stand in front of the enemy, or an archer. Like stuff like that, right? You have to think like, where is the enemy going to be in the next 3 rounds? What can my teammates do? It's very, 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 very complex. So yeah, I can feel that, like getting shot by some arrow and critical hit right between the eyes.
Not once, but 4 times.
Nice. Good archer.
Well, what I really love, by the way, about D&D, and then I'm gonna read the answer, is the freedom that it gives to you. And in that case, I will go back to the topic, because I can really see when you play D&D, even if you don't know the rules, you just play without knowing the rules, but you can do that. Like, you let the master do all the calculation and shit. You're just gonna announce what you're going to do. You can see who is a real gamer and who is not, because I had so much fun doing bullshit. I remember in one dungeon, I probably was Kuzerti than master again, and he said something like, okay, you are in this cave, and you can hear someone talking in the distance, so I highly suggest you to make silence. And I remember that someone of us said, like, I want to scream Porco D as loud as possible. And doing that kind of bullshit really hypes me up, because you have total freedom on what you can do. So every time was like, okay, this guy is approaching you, and without even knowing who there was, it was like, punch him in the face. Okay, throw a dice. It's a 6. You punch him and he's dead. You fucking fuck it up, the main story, because you killed one of the characters. Then again, there was this girl that we were playing, and she was like, I want to play too. Fuck you, you don't know how to play. Okay, let's play. And he tried to like provoke her, and she went like, okay, if you want this word, you need to suck my cock, or something like that. Again, our D&D session were really fucked up, no classical gameplay. And she went full retard, and she was like, okay, get naked. Bitch, think about something, I don't know, throw something at him, ask for help, like, really, try to improvise something. And you can totally see that she's not in the mood of being a gamer. Because a real gamer for me is someone that's like, okay, I am in this level of Super Mario 64. How do I reach my target? This is the main road, but maybe I can jump there? Maybe I can take this and I will be faster, so I can kill this guy easier. Maybe I can do in Age of Empires. Maybe instead of creating a lot of people, I can do a rush with the citizen. You are going to lose, but you got that fantastic idea. Fuck you, Anson. You got the fantastic idea to say, maybe if it doesn't have any unit and I rush all with my citizen, something is gonna happen. So yeah, back to the topic. I think when you play, you can feel that a person can be a gamer even if he never played video games in his life, because gamer is also how do you think. It's gamify your life, kinda. I don't know if I'm saying bullshit.
Yeah. I totally get what you're saying. Like, I've seen so many people that I tried getting into gaming, like, because it's one of my favorite things to do. I always try to, if I see a new friend that I haven't seen in ages, I'm gonna be like, oh, do you play games? Like, do you play something? And if he's gonna be like, nah, yeah, sometimes, and maybe I'll show him something new. First of all, I think the freedom in games is really important, because it gives you that place to improvise and be creative and try to think inside what the game offers you. But you see them just running around doing nothing and not even asking themselves, okay, what can I do better, or how can I go this way? They're just there ranting like, okay, this game doesn't tell me what to do. Like, they have no interest in the game. So you can really tell when someone is really trying, and it's, even if they don't know how to play it, they're like, okay, maybe if I click this, or maybe if I do this, maybe
they try.
And it just, I don't know, there's some people that got it and some people that don't.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that the not really a problem, but the cringy thing is when anyone that doesn't have it, it's like going around claiming they are a gamer when they really don't have any clue.
Yeah, because like, even when I see some pro gamers, that they are like, oh, I am a pro gamer, I don't know, this time let's bring it, I don't know, Dota 2. I am a gamer, I play Dota 2 a lot, and all they did was like searching a tutorial how to play the mage. I don't even know the characters in Dota anymore. Tusk. Okay, I remember Tusk. They just Google it, how to play Tusk. You place the ice wall and then you bring people near and kill them. You are not really a gamer, because in my opinion, a gamer is like, I have these powers, for example, and I need to react to that. Maybe if I use the wall for running away, I can save myself. You got that idea, you do it, and you save yourself by placing a wall between you and the enemy. In, I don't know, fucking Counter-Strike. I played a lot of Counter-Strike. I saw a shit ton of people that we usually call it Russian because it's Rush Bibliet. And you see these kids that Rush Bibliet. They rush B, they got killed out of the B tunnels, and they are like, oh, this game is shit. The enemy is a hacker. Oh. If you are really a gamer, you will understand, like, okay, it's 10 times that I'm trying to pass in this way and I get killed by a sniper. Maybe if I change my route and go middle and I flank him, maybe I can kill him. Maybe if I throw a flashbang before rushing, I can kill that guy. Maybe if I smoke him out, he's gonna move. That's how you are really a gamer. When you think about the shit you need to do and you are not just passively playing the game. It's not like, I don't know, for example, the fucking Candy Crush. You are brainless, you are there moving the fucking shit and creating lines, and did it.
That's why I like fast games, because you need to adapt quickly. You need to think everything about your moves like in a couple seconds, and it's a nice way. Sometimes, at least for me, it helps me try to improvise quickly and think, how can I change this? How can I do better? And other times, like I know for other people, board games or games that are slower or turn-based are better for them to stop and think about what they're gonna do. But the thing is, you need to fucking think. Like you can't be just there standing hoping that everything goes your way and win, right?
Yeah.
Because I've also seen a lot of people complain about, this doesn't work, this is not fun. Like, just because you're standing there doing nothing, not even trying to do anything. So just try.
Yeah. Want to add something, DVD, or we read the review by SRD?
I think we can read the review. I think there's nothing more to that. I mean, it's like the same as, I don't know, like in Overwatch, somebody is playing like a Mercy or whatever, like a healer, and he's like, oh, I'm only walking to this guy and I will heal him for the rest of the game. So that's not
medic.
It's like not, well, it might be strategic in some places, but it's not like the guy who's playing the Mercy character here is reading the whole game. Like, what is the enemy picking? What can I pick against that? Do we have enough healers? So yeah, I wouldn't say that this is like how a real gamer would react to the game.
Mm-hmm. Okay, SRD told us his review. Hearthstone isn't perfect, but card games in general have much more depth than just RNG or buying good cards. I don't know, because I don't play gay games again, so... I just don't like card games. I don't know, it's... Again, RNG in that way, I really don't like it. The only RNG game the only RNG card game that I like is poker, just because I can bluff. That's the only... Because I can have a shitty hand and my RNG is fucked up, but I can say, well, I have 2 aces, raise the fucking stake and stuff like that. Okay, so I want to ask chat if you have any question, because I'm pretty sure the topic is kinda done, unless you guys... Well, no, let's say this. Chat, if you want to ask questions in that we can answer, maybe topic related will be good. I know that you are fucking idiots, so probably it's not gonna be topic related. I'm joking. Meanwhile, yeah, Hans in the video, want to add something about the topic itself?
Yeah, I don't think I said this, or maybe I did in the beginning, but I was talking about the not only that option you have thinking your next moves or whatever. Um, I don't really think it's necessary to be like to play a game like a lot to be invested into it. Like because uh, um yeah, I'm pretty sure I said it already, but one guy told me that yeah, I already said it. Like if you play a game, yeah, I'm fucking
Ansin is drunk again.
pretty much. But what I wanted to wrap up pretty much is like if you play a game a shit ton, but you're not really interested into it, and you just play because it's a time killer or something, it's not gonna mean pretty much anything. So it's about how you feel about the game and what surrounds it.
Yeah.
DVD, want to add something?
Yeah, of course, because of SRD's thingy with Hearthstone isn't perfect, but card games is in general have more depth than RNG and buying good cards. As I said, it's in most card games, you don't have to look only at your hand, like on your side of the field, but you have also the awareness what the enemy is doing. I think this counts for Uno, this counts for like for Magic the Gathering, for Hearthstone, for everything pretty much, because sure there will be guys who are only playing cards that are beneficial to them, but they won't interact with the enemy in any way. So it's pretty much a race against the enemy, like who is faster, who can build up their board better than the other guy. But as soon as the other guy plays cards that are kind of beneficial to them, but they will interact with your, like, the enemy board, you can see that it's pretty much like one guy is going up, and then there comes the other and puts him in the lead, and the other one can't do anything about that. So like the complexity of those games is not only to be aware of your own board, but to also be ready to answer what the enemy is doing. So it's not only RNG and playing good cards.
Yeah, also strats.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you have to be tactic. You have to be strategic in most games, in my opinion.
Okay.
Or you play and
Sorry.
play just +4 on Mike, like every time. Oh, Mike! Draw 4 cards.
Okay, I got a few questions, so we can still talking for a while. This question is kind of good. I really like it. Then I have other two questions. Mixire, I hope I'm saying your name correctly, said, can you be a gamer if you sucks in video games? And dude, yes, Ansin is a gamer, so what you can say? No, jokes apart. Jokes apart, it doesn't really matter if you are good or bad at video games. To be, in my opinion, of course, is not a. I can't speak. You don't need to be good to be a gamer, in my opinion. Because, as we said, being a gamer is a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff involved, like being involved into the game culture, being involved in the community behind the game you like. We can bring on LBA, for example. Like, I am in the speedrun part of the game, but in the community we have a lot of gamers that just play LBA for fun all over again. Freak! And so are we going to say that Freak just play LBA, so probably is not the best example. But you don't really need to be good at the game to be a gamer. You need to be involved. You need to... I saw a lot of casual games in LBA that they search for the lore about the game. Like, we can go there. Oh, look, we discovered this. Oh, look at this. Now Fun Frog is this. Like, just even if you are out for the lore of the video games... you don't really need to be good. You suck at video games. No one can be fucking god at video games always. But...
I mean...
What, DVD?
it's like I wanted to come up with an example, and the only good example might be myself. I mean, I'm a member in the community for like 2 years, found strats and glitchless and whatnot, and I'm still 10 minutes behind world record. So
Yeah.
you don't have to be good to be
Yeah.
a gamer.
I
Yeah, I
dis-
suck at those games.
I discover a strat in GTA 2. Does it make me a good GTA player? Not even near. I fucking suck cocks at GTA 2.
Oh, look at me. I didn't even find any new strategy, but I still like the game. I still like the lore. I still like the community. I'm still interested in it. So as long as you're part of it, like, it doesn't matter if you're fucking Rockstar and have every single war record,
Yeah.
but or if you're me and are in the middle of the fucking leaderboard. It's like, as long as you like it and as long as you understand everything that comes with it, like, you're good to go. You're a gamer.
Yeah, and just to say, just to stick with the LBA, I feel that LBA is fucking disgusting for me. But when they told me like give it a try, I was like, well, let's try it. I tried every fucking game that came out, even if it's the worst fucking bullshit in existence. Right now, even playing those indie games, I'm trying every single one without skipping any fucking game, just because I'm curious. Maybe a stupid game can give me some feels. Maybe I will find out that one of the games can teach me something in life, or I don't know, just watching the graphic. Oh, look at this style, it's fucking good. So yeah, you don't need to be good to be a gamer.
Yeah. And even the game doesn't have to be good. I mean,
No.
if Anson decides to play a shitty fucking $1 horror game on Steam, like an asset flip stuff, I think he's still a gamer because he will compare the game to other games he might have played,
Mhm.
and he would come to the conclusion that the game is fucking shit. So most of the time, because most of the horror games for $1 on Steam are fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Those are just cheap jump scares. Like, don't do it.
Yeah.
But fuck me. I
Oh
forgot
my
again.
fucking
Going.
god.
He died.
The thing is, I have too much things to say. Then I start reading chat, and my brain goes and I forget.
I have an idea, keep talking.
Ah, what did you say before this, TVD? Let me try to remember.
Before the horror game stuff,
Yeah.
I think I was onto the card game stuff.
Right now, no. Stop reading chat. Imagine being part of the podcast and being banned. Damn it. Mike, what did you say after this? I mean, before this.
We were talking about you playing horror games for €1 that were fucking shit, but
No, before that.
Oh yeah, the speedrunning stuff. I mean that I'm part of the community for like 2 years and still suck shit.
No, after that. It's like something in between.
Fuck you, dude.
I fucking forgot.
I don't have a fucking repeat button, you asshole.
Look, I will search for a replay feature, so every time Ansin forgets what he was talking about, we can rewind time and see what he was talking about.
Okay,
Shut up,
I don't
Nick,
remember. But there's something else that Karin said that it's interesting to talk about what did he say? Can people which are focused on PvP games be called as hardcore gamers?
Oh, that's the next question. Okay.
Yeah. I myself, I really do enjoy PvP games, like shooters or MOBAs or something similar. Anything that involves fighting with other people.
But you also play other games.
Yeah, I play pretty much most of the genres of mainstream games. Like, doesn't matter if it's an underground game or an indie game, or if it's good, I'm gonna play it, and I'm willing to try every single one. But hardcore, you could say, if you're a competitive PvP player, like you're really good at it, then you could say you're hardcore because you're grinding the game constantly and finding new strategies and trying to improve your gameplay and your combos and whatever. Because it's a PvP game. Like, people are also doing that. People that are really good and high rated are also trying to improve and find new ways to be better at the game. So that endless grind you're trying to do to become better, and trying to find the best of the best that works, the best item, the best strat, the best move set, like, that really makes you think more deeply than you usually would if you're just playing the game casually or once in a while. So I guess you can really say that people that are competitive and like PvP and are really good at it are in top level, you could say they're hardcore gamers.
Yeah, I mean they have to look into the game, like as you said, like you can't
Mhm.
be pro gamer or like playing high competitively when you are not looking into the game at all. If you play
Yeah.
like a mobile game like Candy Crush or some Tetris game or whatever against somebody else, I mean Tetris can be pretty complex. But if you're playing on a casual basis, you just stack shit against
think-
another player.
Yeah, I think that's where the time investment comes into play, and also the way that you find new mechanics. You know, you need to really know the game to understand how it works and how you can improve it, and also all the game time you spent in, right? You might practice for, like, I don't know, 3-4 hours a day in just one new strat you found, and then you're grinding constantly and trying to find a new way to make it faster or better, right? So for sure you need to look the game, and you need to stop thinking about enjoyment and try to think about what works the best.
Yeah,
I have a
Yeah,
different opinion instead.
okay.
Let's
Because
hear it then.
if you tell me that I will say Counter-Strike because I really love Counter-Strike. If a guy just play Counter-Strike, it can be any level you want. It can be even the fucking champion this year. But if he just play Counter-Strike, I will never say that he's a gamer. I will say that he is a Counter-Strike player, fully committed to Counter-Strike. A good example of being a gamer but being also a pro, in my opinion, is Shroud, for example. Because when you see Shroud is a fucking top player in Counter-Strike and even other games, he, probably in PUBG won something, I don't even remember. But if you ask Shroud about most of the video games that are out since, I don't know, since 2000, probably he knows the same gays, oh my god, the same games as we know. We can talk with him about, I don't know, Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. I'm pretty sure he knows it and he have an opinion on it.
Yeah.
But there are even a lot of gamers on Counter-Strike that gamers know. A lot of players in Counter-Strike that I'm pretty sure they never tried any other game beside Counter-Strike, basically. So yeah, if you are just focused on one game, I don't know if I want to call you a gamer, to be honest.
Yeah, it's difficult, I guess. I mean, as I said, with the example with the kid and to how to start gaming, if there is somebody who's playing the same game over and over and over again and not giving a chance to any other franchise or any other competitor, then he can't compare it to anything, right? I mean, you can ask the guy like this Shroud guy, what is your opinion about what makes Call of Duty better than CS:GO?
Oh, CS:GO, okay.
Or Battlefield, even a better example. Yeah, Battlefield. What makes Call of Duty better than Battlefield? And he can say anything to it, like he knows what he's talking about. But if there is somebody who's only playing like CS:GO, and you ask him like, why are you playing CS:GO? You can play Call of Duty instead. Like, it's a shooter. You shoot people. You can get your stuff. You can play it competitively. You can play it in a team, like team deathmatch and stuff like that. And he can't say anything to it. because he's only looking at CS:GO. He knows CS:GO very, very well, maybe even competitive. I think it's like part of the attitude, how you approach a game. If you say like CS:GO, I've played CS:GO for like 2 years, never played it competitively, always playing it when I was drunk or playing with some friends. Like I
Wait,
sucked,
isn't that the good way of playing CS:GO?
yeah, it was fun for me.
Yeah.
Like I sucked shit in this game, but I had fun playing it. But I was not playing it like so hard that I was like, oh, they play 2 AVPs and I have to counter play the snipers and whatever. I was like buying a P90 and just suck shit.
Rush Bibliat.
Yeah, pretty much. Like talking shit in the voice chat and getting banned at some point. That like
The true
that was how I
experience.
wrote.
Yellow, are you fucking blind?
Yeah.
Door stuck!
Yeah, it's
Refuse the fucking bomb.
yeah, it's as I said, a thing of attitude, how you approach a game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I guess it also has to do with game variety. Like as you put the example of Shroud, like yeah, for sure he's gonna know a lot more games and have a lot more things to compare with. But yeah, I would agree on that one, because if you spend so much time trying to grind one single game and don't focus on anything else, and you really have no idea what's happening around, yeah, it's a tough call, because yeah, you can be a pro in that game for sure, but calling a game the cat in his band, right?
Rip Cannon.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess that's the difference between being a pro and a gamer.
Yeah, and, especially when it comes to the attitude. I mean, you can play, as I said, Tetris. You can play them competitively, obviously. You even can play Candy Crush Saga competitively, like trying to chain those point giving stuff together, so you have a chain of 20 or 30 or whatever. I think you can do that, but it's the attitude. As I said, like many of the players who play Candy Crush will be like, oh, I go to the toilet or I wait for the bus, and I was like, blah, blah. Oh wow, I played the game, and it's not like they look into the game that much.
Yeah, they're
Like
just
thinking one turn
time
ahead.
waster. You are not even playing, you are just looking at the screen, just waiting for the bus or waiting for your poo to come out from your asshole.
Yeah.
Okay, we have another question that we kind of already answered, but Roxer, the king of LBA, by the way, said,
No.
Can you be a pro?
can you be a gamer without a graphic card? I don't know, I will put Ansin full screen, and he's gonna talk about it.
If you live in Peru, no.
So, Ansin,
that's fucking.
we are listening.
At this point, I'm gonna start fucking ordering from Amazon, because none of these fucking stores are working yet.
Mhm.
But yeah, I know it's a banter question, but for sure, yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with it. Like the hardware is just hardware, and then that's it. You can still fucking read magazines and live your dream about playing LPA again.
Imagine being sad for not having a fucking graphic card, and your first answer is, oh, I want to play LBA again. Fuck you! Jesus Christ.
Imagine buying a GPU only to play LBA. No, but yeah, I sure need to fucking... No, if I get a better GPU, I'm probably gonna forget about LBA and start playing like the games I want to play.
This guy said
But
it. Clip it and send it to Freak.
No. He's gonna fucking kick me out of the Discord. But
Hey,
but
if
no,
I
yeah,
am
for
still
sure.
in the Discord, I am trash talking LBA since day one. There's opportunity for everyone. He forgot again. Look at this.
Damn,
Keep
LBA.
talking, Ansin.
I already forgot again. Just keep going. I'm not. Yeah, I don't. I'm not even trying.
Okay, so I don't see any other question from the chat, so I guess it's over. So, as a final thought, not talking about wars. As a final recap of everything, in my opinion, if you want to be a gamer, get into the community of gaming, search for games, get passionate with it, search for games that you will never play in your life, and try to be part of a single community, try to be part of a big community, make something, and start thinking like a gamer and shit like that. I don't know, I just do weed. What's your final
I'm gonna say, yeah, being a casual, being pro and being a gamer, yeah, not necessarily the same thing. Like, if you do like a game, doesn't matter if it's from mobile or console or PC or whatever, as long as you like it and you're enjoying it and you are interested in it, and even if it has like a shit small community, it'll be like, but no.
Bitch,
The DLB
please.
community
I am in
is
community much smaller.
I was just shit talking, Mike. Don't you understand my sarcasm?
Oh, let's ban this fucker already. Jesus Christ.
But anyways, just if you enjoy the game and you really like it, just stick with it. Stick with it. Try to learn all the things you can about the game, and always be open to try new things. Right? Don't be only like, oh yeah, this is the only thing I play. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
What about you, DVD?
Yeah, be open to new stuff. I know nowadays it's not like they reinvent the wheel or whatever. Like they most of the mobile games look the same pretty much, in my opinion. They play the same. It's pretty simple, but yeah, be open to new things, especially on the side of indie developers. In my opinion, they should be supported. And after all, like, play a game, have fun. If you are a mobile gamer or casual gamer or a hardcore gamer, it doesn't even matter. The only thing that matters is that you have fun. Maybe even fun gathering information about certain games. Yeah, and that's all there is to it.
And fuck Blizzard, don't forget.
Oh yeah, fuck Blizzard. Thanks, Kaden, for
For saying the final quote.
Can I gift Kaden a sub?
No, don't give it to him. Don't do that.
Oh, no.
Don't do that. I'm gonna ban him.
He's doing it. He's doing it. Look at
shit.
his face.
I don't have the alert. I don't have the alert, so it's not even gonna show up.
Oh, next time, Kaden, I swear. I promise.
So
We need that fucking alert.
yeah, I guess we are done for today. We hit the 2-hour
Yes.
mark, so we have 30 seconds to hit the 2-hour mark. So I
Fuck
don't see.
Blizzard, Shizzard.
And never pre-order anything.
Yeah,
Don't ever do that.
Pre-ordering is for suckers.
yeah.
Yes.
I don't play LBA, please.
DVD, come on, let's go play.
Only the second game.
Only that? Okay, I'm gonna mute DVD right now. Nah, I'm joking. I will just remove unseen webcam right now. Where is it?
No!
Fuck you. So, thank you so much for watching, guys. And see you next week.
Fuck, I'm actually dead.
Do you think I'm a joker here? I am a true gamer, bro. Screen become nicer, said Kadin. Kadin hates you from the other day when he got banned because of you. So yeah, let's stop this mess up. Thank you again, Ansin and DVD, for joining. And,
Thanks, guys.
and see you next week with some more topics that we are not going to follow because Ansin will forget what he's talking about.
True.
True, yeah. See you next time, guys. Bye bye. Have a great day.
See ya,
evening,
Chad.
whatever.
Take care.
Bye bye.